And that allows us, again, just like the graduate preparing for a career, well, that allows us then to study differently. Well, that should allow us to endure pain differently, and sorrow differently, and death differently. I mean, I could read you passage after passage. We don't grieve as those who have no hope. We don't. We don't grieve the same way. We don't face tragedy the same way. There's a hope and an expectation that things aren't always going to be this way. And God's going to set things right forever in heaven. And that's made possible because Jesus has freed us from the curse. The curse that was due me was placed upon him. He was cursed so I could be blessed. He died so I could live. He paid a penalty so I could go free and spend eternity in heaven with him. So the first thing we need to know today is that heaven is a place that is free from pain and sorrow and death. And if I stopped right there, it'd be good news already, but it gets better. So I'm going to keep going. Plus, I still have more time. So I'm going to keep going. Heaven is God's home. Now, this is important because a lot of people in our culture will embrace the first thing. I don't know anybody who, if you had a conversation about heaven and you told them the Bible says heaven's a place that is free from pain and sorrow and death, they wouldn't go, wow, that's good news, because nobody likes pain and sorrow and death. But the minute you start going to this next point, that heaven is God's home, and God's home as the Bible describes God, well, now wait a minute. Wait a minute. What are you saying here? And John is given a glimpse of heaven and the capital city of heaven, Jerusalem, the home of God's people. I mean, this was the city of the original Jerusalem was the city of David. You know, the David, the man after God's own heart. It's the place where the temple was built. It was the center of religious faith and devotion to God for the Jewish people. And so when there's a new heaven and a new earth, the crown jewel of that would be the New Jerusalem, and John was given a glimpse of that. So an angel took me in the Spirit to a great high mountain, and he showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. And it shone, this is again Revelation 21, continuing here, and it